Okay, I got my box from Donna Downey Studio, and let's see what is in here. Tissue. Oh, instructions. A rubber stamp. A Stabilo pencil, some light ultramarine blue acrylic paint, and some tags. All right, well, this is a great way to get started. Let's see what I do. Okay, we're going to start off with using a wood panel here, and I'm going to put some gesso on it. We just want to get it evenly covered so that the paint, as we continue the process, doesn't absorb too much into the panel itself. Gives us an even coat to get started with. And we're going to want to let this fully dry. Okay, now that that is dry, I'm going to go ahead and use some of the light ultramarine blue, and I'm just going to get some on the panel here. And I'm going to take a credit card, just scrape it. What I just want to do is get a nice even coat of color down so we're not looking at that stark white background. Doesn't have to be perfectly even. It can be a little bit distressed in spots. That's okay. Okay, now that that's dry, let me put that aside for a moment. And I'm going to bring up my cutting board and some of these tags. And first thing I'm going to do is take the strings off. Okay, that's a good starting point. What I want to do is get my X-Acto blade, and I'm going to go ahead and start cutting some shapes out of them. A couple of windows. Just trying to get everything prepped for my next stage. I'm trying to be doing some building type shapes. We'll keep that at the side. All right, bring my board back out. I'm going to take some matte medium, and I want to just paint the backs. And I'm going to start putting them kind of randomly down. I'm just trying to do is give this a city landscape feel. Has a little bit of an urban feel, a little bit of a building blocks, some structure. I'm not thinking too much exactly where things are going. To cut one more little set of windows out here. Take the Stabilo pencil and start putting some more windows and shapes randomly throughout the background here. I'm also going to take a little more gesso because I don't want it to be just this blue. So I'm going to take a little more gesso and I want to lighten up the background a bit. I'm also going to add a lot of water right now and just make some splatters. This is just the gesso and some water on here. Come back with the Stabilo pencil some more. Just going back and forth and building up this urban landscape here. What's great about that Stabilo pencil is it reacts to water and to the gesso, the very wet gesso that I'm putting back over top, and it kind of smears the line. It doesn't kind of do it, it actually does smear the line. I'm going ahead and painting over the tags so they're not quite as stark. They have some layered look to them. Okay, now that that is dry, I'm going to take the rubber stamp and I'm going to take some Archival ink here. This is a Cobalt color, so it's a dark blue. I'm going to go ahead and just make sure I've got this covered well. And I'm going to put the tree right over top of the stuff that I painted and pressed down nice and hard. Okay, and I want that to pop out a little more, so what I'm going to do is take some more of that, the Stabilo marker or pencil, and kind of fill in around the trees. Now I mostly want to do is take some water, so my brush has some water on it, and just start to smear the pencil lines. And just starting to define or bring some focus onto those trees, because with the ink they're very light and you can barely see what's there. So I just want to give it the impression so your eye goes to them a little more, define them a bit. By having it darker on the side, it kind of forces your attention in as well. So I'll go ahead and just give it a little bit of ground here. I'm just sort of scrubbing it in. Now I'm going to introduce one other color. I'm going to take some Cadmium Red Medium. And I just want to give a few little dots of red, like there's some berries in these trees here. So I'm going to take some and just sort of start popping it around in the trees. Okay. And go back with some more gesso, really watered down, and do a little bit of splatter, give it some wintry snow look. And let's go ahead and add some more windows at places. And you just can keep going and going until you get to the point that you feel like it's finished. But by going back and forth over layer over layer over layer, it ends up giving the piece some more depth. And just taking some water and smearing some of the Stabilo pencil. Okay, and the last thing I want to do is bring my cutting board out, flip it over, and I just want to cut these tags off so they're flush against the edge of my panel.